Hey, it is time, right? And I even wore my feathered earrings for y'all. Look at that. Look at that. I I'm a big believer in just overcoming things, right? So when I went to my laptop, that's why like a minute late. I realized that my husband had unplugged this strip that we have our routers plugged into. And I'm like, why can't I get online? Why? And I'm just getting home, so I'm like, well, why can't I get online? And so instead of trying to get on my laptop, I decided to get on my cell phone. And yeah, so that's the reason why I am a few minutes late. But how are you? It's so good to see you. Come on in, come on in. It's so good to see you. So you've made it to day 5. You are the champion. You are the champion. This is day 5 of the Motivational Fitness Mindset Challenge. And I'm so super excited for you to be here today. Thank you. I want to start off by saying thank you. Thank you for trusting me. Thank you for showing up every week, every day this week. Thank you for believing in yourself. You are incredibly strong to be able to do that. Thank you for doing the homework and investing effort and time in getting the most out of this motivation and fitness mindset challenge. So, before I dive into the content of day 5, I just want to go ahead and tell you at the end of this challenge, I'm going to put out in this group, and I'll be sending you emails if you sign up for this challenge, emails of the Fit and 30 challenge that's coming. This is a challenge for people who have been working out. Maybe you've been on a walking program, a running program, going to the gym, and you're ready to actually put your nutrition with your workouts and you want to build some lean muscle, see some difference in your body. So the Fit in 30 challenge, it's a 4-week body shred challenge where you want to lose a little bit of body fat coming off the holidays and you want to take some weight off. This is the challenge that is for you. This is a cannot fail challenge. You won't be able to fail with this challenge because when you sign up for this challenge, you're going to receive an email. Inside of that email, you're going to be invited inside of another Facebook group where I will explain to you how this challenge will operate, right? I'm going to explain the exercises, I'm going to explain the food and the food principles behind everything. So you cannot fail. These are the exact same exercises that I use. The only difference is I may add or take away a little bit of weight depending on my strength training, right? But they are the exact same exercises that I use in that order. The next challenge that's coming is going to be the 7-day body reset. This is for people who are wanting to like tiptoe in. You're coming off the holidays and you're feeling a little sluggish, a little bit tired, and you want to regain some of your energy back, right? And so this challenge is with food. This is getting in tune with your body and your eating and learning how to eat as well. That's a 7-day body reset. But at the end of this live broadcast, I am going to put both of those inside of this group so that you can go ahead and sign up for them if you wish to. Listen, the reason why I do what I do is so that you can become self aware. If you never purchase any program from me at all whatsoever, I still want you to be able to become self-aware and get the most out of your life. That is why I am here today, and that's why you see me online often. All right, so let me dive into the content today. Today's content is called Goal Crusher. Look at me touching my laptop, right? I'm not on my laptop, I'm on my phone. Hey, Miss Arlinda, it's so good to see you. So good to see you. Thank you for joining us today. So, the title of this is called Goal Crusher. It's called Goal Crusher because all this week you've been learning about, now that you've uncovered and discovered your why, you know your why nots, you know how to gather your data now, you know how to measure yourself, get on the scale, you know how to take those pictures in your undies to see how far away you are from where you really want to be. And today, and you've had some motivational training. And so today you're going to bring all of that together to crush your goals. So I titled this Goal Crusher. And so during the week, like I said, you discovered your why, you uncovered your why not, you got the data, you learned motivation, and today we're getting ready to crush those goals. I did this motivation and fitness mindset challenge because every woman I met this year was in a major season in her life, a major transition in her life. It was either a move, a career change, a separation, a career expansion, some type of life expansion was going on in her life. And they said to me that they are experiencing a sense of feeling stuck. I don't know if that's you, if you have a sense like you're just feeling like you are stuck. The women have done, incredible work. I know these women, they've done incredible work, in um their inner work, in therapy, healing, in creating the life they are living. And yet a part of them still have a sense of that still feels like there's a connection that's missing. And that may be some of you in this group. And so that's the reason why I chose this group. If you're feeling like you still have a connection, within yourself that's missing, that's the reason why I did this motivation and mindset challenge. Because, these women know they are powerful. You know that you are a powerful human being. You know that you are capable. You know that you are incredible, but it's living in your mind. All of that, your capability, knowing that you're incredible, it's living in your mind. And they haven't quite been fully embodied in believing that they are and you are incredible and capable and powerful. It's just in their heads. And from earlier this week, we don't live in our heads. We actually live in a moving, emotional body. And so to each of them, and I'm going to say it to you, to each of them, I said, what you practice grows stronger. What you practice grows stronger. I used to believe that once I started, a bit of a story here, once I started working out and once I started going to the gym and once I decided December 28th in 2013, my life would become like the life that I saw in my head. It didn't happen that way. I had to continuously practice it over and over and over again. And so I'm going to ask you, Kim, what do you mean? How are you practicing who you want to become? How are you practicing every day who you want to become? It's never it's never us knowing what to do. We all know what to do. It's all about practicing who you want to become, right? The calendar will change January 1, 2024. Who do you want to become? Because you will have to continuously practice who you want to become over and over and over and over and over again. And along the way that you continuously practice who you want to become, everybody won't be able to be on your team. Some people are going to have to sit on the sidelines. And that's the tough part for a lot of us. Are you connecting to thoughts, your emotions, and taking inspired action from that embodiment? Meaning, are you saying, I am a powerful person? I am capable. I am getting into the best shape of my life. Are you taking action from those thoughts? Or are you taking action from somewhere else? Are you listening to other people tell you who you are, who you're supposed to be, how you're supposed to think, how you're supposed to act? Change requires your commitment to your vision. What is the practice? Practice is your change to your vision. It is your commitment. It is your choosing the new way every single time. It is your choosing your new way every single time. And people say, oh my God, this is so hard. This is so difficult. Why can't I get it just right? It's practice. It is practice. You reached a failing point. If you find yourself, you've overeaten, if you find yourself hitting the snooze button, if you find yourself you didn't work out and you say, I'm gonna work out at lunch, and you don't work out at lunch, you say, I'm gonna work out in the evening, you don't work out in the evening, you reached a failing point. That's a failing point. You have to practice the next day. Now, here's the difference. You do have to be aware of your failing point. You just can't totally ignore it and push it to the side like it didn't happen. You can't detach from what's happening and say, I'll do it tomorrow, and tomorrow never comes. You're choosing your new way every single time the old way wants to show up is your practice. When you choose the new way every single time the old way wants to show up, you are now connecting to your future self, right? So we can't live in the moment and in the future at the same time. You know what that's called? It's called anxiety. When you want to live today and in tomorrow, that's called anxiety. That's what that's called. So to connect to your future self, to make yourself feel safer, to make yourself feel like you're heading in the right direction, you would need to practice. And the only way you know that you're practicing is from the data that you are accumulating. So practice allows you to become who you want to be. You got to practice to become who you want to be. And one of the biggest reasons, here's what I've seen in the last 7 years that I've coached hundreds and thousands of women that I've come across. I came across another one this morning in the gym. And people just know me. I'm like, girl, we are holding up the Walmart line. You know, it is tis the season to hurry up and swipe your credit card. Okay. You're gonna get both of us in trouble. And so one of the biggest reasons I see women stop and go back to who they were, or maybe it's a connection between two things. It's because they invest so much emotional strength in other things going on in their lives, whether it's their children, their grandchildren, their spouse, their career. And they're so tired from investing all of that emotional strength into other things. There's nothing left for you. And so then when you finally get to the point, to the moment where you begin to look at yourself and you say, I want to get in shape and I want to, I want to lose weight and I want to change my life. You look at then where you are and where you want to go, right? You look at where you are and where you want to go. And then you look at how far away you are from that. And that's what happens when people decide to join fitness programs and they look at the food and then they're faced with going out with friends and then they're faced with eating with family members and they're faced with meal planning and having to explain to their significant other that they want to change their life. They say, oh my God, I'm so far away from where I want to be. This little piece of chicken is not going to hurt. This brownie, this cake, this donut, until they fall off the plan. And they say, I'll start again. So you compare where you are to where you want to go, and you go for in the moment. You want the pleasure in the moment because the pleasure of being where you want to be in the future is so far away. And that is the biggest reason why women give up, because to get the little bit of pleasure right now outweighs where you want to be in the future. Okay. So what women has to understand is, what is it that you want, right? Your emotional strength is what is going to get you there, right? So if you're not going for in the moment, you have to be resolute in who you are, resolute in who you are. And that takes practice. I don't know if you've ever seen people play football or play basketball, like the point guard or the quarterback. But that quarterback has to be resolute before he releases the ball. That's what makes him a great athlete. He is sure in who he is. He's confident in who he is. Now, Milroe, yeah, I'm not an Alabama fan. Sorry about that. I'm an Auburn fan. Okay, for the people who are from Alabama that's watching this. But what I can respect is his confidence that he has developed to become resolute in who he is and the commitment it takes to the practice over and over and over and over and over again. There was a guy, he was in the 90s. It was a short guy. I can't think of his name right now, but he was a point guard, right? He was like, was it Muggsy Bowles? He was like 5 feet something, right? He dispelled all of the myths of being a tall point guard, to dribble the ball. You're the one that's doing the fast break on somebody who's like 6'8", right? But he was so confident in bringing the ball down the court. It didn't matter his height. He didn't even look at his height. He connected to himself. He had enough emotional strength to know who he was, and the willingness to practice over and over and over again, despite what anybody thought of them. And so that's what I see with women. Women go for the pleasure that's in the moment because you continuously weigh out, right, the reward right now or the reward in the future. And they battle each other. That is the struggle. They battle each other. They do. They do. So the first thing you have to do is you have to get it in your mind. And so that's the reason why we did this mindset challenge. You have to get the thought in your mind that you can lose weight. You are the most resourceful person. A woman is the greatest being that has ever been made. That is why Joe Biden has a cabinet of women. Because you are capable, you are powerful, you are incredible human beings. And if you find that you are in a fitness program, or if you tried on a fitness program and you don't like it, or if you say this is just not for me, that's okay. It doesn't make you a bad person. It doesn't make you a person. It doesn't strip away your personhood. It does not strip away who you are as a human being. Now, if you're missing a resource, right? If you purchase this Fit in 30 challenge, if you're missing a resource and you want to get into the best shape of your life, that's something that you are resolute in, and you're missing a resource and you're open to being coached to do that, then do that, right? Do that. Be resolute in who you are, because there are always going to be people that don't believe in your vision. The only way that you can crush your goal, the only way that you can become a goal crusher is you believe in it, right? You believe in it. It starts with you in your belief. And then after you believe, the next thing you want to pull in is your emotional strength. Why are you so tired? Most times women are tired because they are emotionally drained. You either need rest or you need peace, right? You need rest or peace. It's not nothing outside of that. Rest or peace. People are busy right now running around. It's the frantic season, right? I have to catch a plane myself Sunday morning at 10 a.m. I even bought an elf suit. So I'm like, TSA is not going to stop an elf, okay? Because I got 30 minutes. Who does that? Who has a layover for 30 minutes in Atlanta? How did I do that? So I bought an elf suit. I'm like, look, TSA, I don't have anything. Let me through. I can't wait to see my husband's face. But anyway, so ending this, I hope that you've had as much joy as I have. I hope that you have gained something out of this mindset and motivational fitness challenge over the last 5 days. I hope that you understand now that your why needs to be bigger and you have to continuously ask yourself why. I hope now that you understand that if you're saying, I just want to lose weight, that is the that's the higher level goal, right? If you're saying to yourself, see, that was my higher level goal, right? My higher level goal too was to become a physical fitness trainer. That was the higher level goal. How to get there was the little bitty goals, right? The showing up, the responsibility, to the accountability to myself first, um the connection with people, the empathy with people, all of those little bitty things, how to lead myself first and foremost, right? And so when people say, I want to be healthy, that is the higher level goal. What tells you you're not healthy? What is your health plan, right? How do you plan to become healthier? And how do you know when you've reached a healthier state? What is your data that tells you you're not healthy? How are you measuring and tracking that? Because becoming healthier is the higher level goal, right? It's like getting married. And when people go to the wedding and they're all in this euphoric state and in bliss and everything is happening, right? That is not the marriage. It's the ceremony. and the work has not began yet, right? They've tried on how it feels in the ceremony and thinking the wedding is going to emulate the marriage. Same thing with love and relationships. And I told my husband, I said, when I met him, the first thing that I asked him was, "What are you looking for?" Because I needed him to explain that to me. And he said, "I'm looking for support." And so I took it a little bit further because I'm like, "What kind of support? Do you know you need somebody to support you financially? Health? What are you talking about?" And he's like, "No, I mean, if you like plays and I don't really care for plays, I want to be able to show up for you." That's what he was the person I desired because love is a feeling. It's fleeting. Okay, just like working out and deciding for you to get in shape, just like your fitness programs that you purchase, that is your love. That's love, right? That's my husband ringing the doorbell, by the way. I talked him up. How about that? Yeah. So when you try on in the moment your fitness program, when I put this fitness program out there, you will see other fitness people online, people that that have lost weight in the gym, going to the gym, and you will lay in a comfortable place thinking, what would it be like to be that way? What would it be like to have muscles? It must feel so good to do that, for people to look at you that way. And you will try that on without having the work. The work hasn't started yet. When you get married, the work hasn't started yet. You're in the ceremony. All right. When you date, you're all euphoric and you're all in love and you smell real good. And you make sure you have deodorant on. All those things, right? And now he says, "Who is this crazy woman that I married?" No, I'm just kidding. But I have enjoyed my time that I've spent with you. And I want to wish you a very, very, very Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays to you. And if there's anything that I can do for you in the future, if you have any questions in this group, please, please, please just drop them down. Now, don't overflood my messenger box because that's changing in the new year. Okay. It's changed now. I have it on, set to different modes. So I may or may not see it, right? It's not that I'm ignoring you, but I may or may not see it. But the best way to contact me is inside of this group, because if you have a question and you have the courage to ask that question, another woman has that same question. She's just not as strong as you yet, right? She's just not. So I'm getting ready to drop these programs out into the group. And I want you to continue to use this mindset challenge. Continue to listen and replay the videos as many times as you need to. Why? Because you are practicing for who you want to become.